Next is the male reproductive system. So, male reproductive system organ consists of the following organs: testes, scrotal sacs, epididymis, sperm ducts, seminal vesicles, penis. Testes are the reproductive organ in male, and here sperms are formed, and testis passes the sperm from the male body to the female body. So, students, in male reproductive system, sperms, that means male sex cells, are produced in the testes, and there are two testes which lie outside the abdominal cavity in the sac-like body, and this is called scrotum. And the sperms mature in the epididymis. This is a tube-like body lying close to the testes. Then they travel through a long tube, and this is called vas deferens, into the urethra. After that, which extends from the urinary bladder to the penis. Now, on their way through vas deferens, the sperms get mixed with the secretion from various glands, and this mixture is called semen. So, sperms have a head and a long tail, which helps them to swim towards the ovum for fertilization to take place. So, this is the male reproductive system. After that, female reproductive system, it consists of ovaries, oviducts, uterus, vagina. Ovaries are the real reproductive organs in the female. Ovaries make the female gametes called egg and ova. And also, every month, ovaries release one egg, and fertilization of egg by sperms takes place in the oviduct. So, ova are produced by a pair of ovaries which are located in the lower part of the abdominal cavity. Each ovary is attached to a hollow muscular organ. This is called uterus by an ovarian ligament. After that, only one ovum is released every month from the ovary, and the upper portion of each ovary is surrounded by finger-like projections which arising from the funnel-shaped end of the muscular tube, and this is called fallopian tube or oviduct. So the fallopian tubes open into the uterus and carry the ovum into it after fertilization. And the external opening of the uterus, which is called vagina, and its lower portion which joins the vagina, this is called cervix. So this is the female reproductive organ. After that, fertilization and pregnancy. So students, the first step in the process of reproduction is the fusion of sperm and ovum to produce one cell which is called zygote. Okay, this is also called fertilized egg. So the process of fertilization is the meeting of an egg cell from the mother and the sperm from the father. So new individual inherits some characteristics from the mother and some from the father. So fertilization which takes place inside the female body is called internal fertilization, and fertilization which takes place outside the female body, that is called external fertilization. So as the eggs are laid, the male deposits sperms over them. So each sperm swims randomly. This is randomly in water with the help of its long tail. The sperms come in contact with eggs. This results in the fertilization. So this type of fertilization, in which fusion of male and female gamete takes place outside the body, this is called the external fertilization. And internal and external fertilization, both I have told you earlier. So it is very common in aquatic plants. So students, fertilization and pregnancy. In this process, the sperm discharged into the vagina during sexual intercourse travel up the vagina and uterus and reach to the fallopian tubes. So it is here the fertilization takes place. After that, one of the sperms fuses with the ovum and zygote is formed, and thus travels down to the uterus and gets attached to its wall. And after that, it divides repeatedly to form embryo. So when the embryo starts looking like a baby, this is called fetus. So fertilization results in the formation of zygote, which begins to develop into an embryo. And the zygote divides repeatedly to give rise to a ball of cells. So cells then begin to form groups that develop into different tissues and organs of the body. This developing structure is termed as an embryo. So the embryo gets embedded in the wall of the uterus for further development. So after that, the muscular walls of the uterus have a rich supply of the blood vessels which nourish the growing baby, that means embryo. So nutrients, oxygen, other substances pass from the blood vessels into the baby's blood through a special structure, and this structure is called placenta, which is linked to the embryo by the umbilical cord. So the placenta also carries carbon dioxide and waste material from the baby's body into the mother's blood. So after that, the baby is surrounding in the uterus, baby is surrounded by a protective sac, and this is called amniotic sac, which contains amniotic fluid. And this fluid acts like a cushion. The baby grows inside the uterus for about 9 months, and this period is called pregnancy. So at the end of the pregnancy, the wall of the uterus goes through contract to let the baby out. The amnion, that means amniotic membrane of the amniotic sac, that bursts out, and the baby is pushed out through the vagina by the contraction of the uterus. So this is the whole process of fertilization and pregnancy, and sometimes two ova mature at the same time. They get fertilized simultaneously, resulting in the birth of twins. Twins mean same babies, and such twins are non-identical or fraternal twins. Non-identical means they are not same with each other. They look different from each other. Twins are born also if the fertilized eggs divides into two. Okay, twins are both in two cases. First one is when two ova mature at the same time, and second one is when fertilized eggs divides into two. So since they arise from the same cell, the zygote develop into the identical twins. So non-identical twins are developed from two ova mature at the same time, and identical twins are formed when fertilized egg divides into two and then form same cell. After that, identical twins are developed. So this is the fetal growth and development during pregnancy. So thank you, students. Please read this chapter. If you have any doubt, you can tell me anytime. Thank you so much.